The WWE Universe has been left in absolute shock tonight after news broke that Bronson Reed, one of the company's most dominant and fan-favorite superstars, has reportedly suffered a massive backstage accident that could potentially end his in-ring career. The arena and social media erupted within minutes as fans absorbed the gravity of the situation. This is more than a wrestling story, this is a real-life tragedy that has shaken the very core of WWE. Reports indicate that the accident occurred during preparations for a high-intensity SmackDown segment. Sources claim Bronson Reed was attempting a complex stunt involving a set piece that malfunctioned, resulting in a serious injury. Multiple eyewitnesses described a scene of chaos and panic as medical personnel rushed to the site. The sound of the impact reportedly echoed through the backstage area, leaving several wrestlers frozen in disbelief. Instantly, WWE officials took control of the situation. Security and medical teams acted quickly, stabilizing Bronson Reed and preparing him for transport to the nearest hospital equipped to handle severe trauma. Initial reports are grave. While WWE has not released an official statement, insiders confirm that Reed sustained serious injuries that could compromise his wrestling future. The words circulating backstage are chilling: he may never wrestle again. The WWE locker room is in turmoil. Superstars who consider Bronson a friend and mentor were visibly shaken, some holding back tears, others struggling to comprehend how a backstage accident could have such life-altering consequences. Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Seth Rollins, and AJ Lee were among the first to be briefed, reportedly expressing a mixture of anger, sadness, and disbelief. Social media immediately picked up on their somber expressions, fueling speculation and concern among fans worldwide. The WWE Universe has flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit with messages of support and disbelief. Hashtags like #PrayForBronson, #WWE Tragedy, and #Bronson Reed Injury are trending globally. Clips from live SmackDown broadcasts were shared millions of times, with fans dissecting every frame for hints of what went wrong. The consensus is unanimous: Bronson Reed's in-ring future is now in jeopardy, and the world of professional wrestling may never be the same. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the accident happened during a sequence involving multiple set pieces, ropes, and platforms. Some wrestlers claim the malfunction was entirely unpredictable, a freak occurrence in a highly controlled environment. Others, however, speculate that oversight or miscommunication may have played a role. WWE safety protocols are reportedly being scrutinized in light of the accident. Medical teams at the hospital have stated that Bronson Reed is in critical but stable condition. Fans have been warned that recovery could be long and uncertain. The exact nature of his injuries is not being disclosed, but insiders suggest that both mobility and his ability to compete at previous performance levels may be at risk. For a superstar whose career is defined by athleticism, high-flying maneuvers, and physical dominance, this news is devastating. Meanwhile, backstage, tension is at an all-time high. Superstars are struggling with the emotional weight of the situation. Some are calling for answers, questioning how such an accident could occur despite WWE's stringent safety measures. Others are focused entirely on supporting Bronson, offering messages of encouragement, emotional support, and even visiting him in the hospital. The scene is tense, raw, and deeply human, a reminder that behind the spectacle, wrestlers are risking their bodies and lives for the entertainment of millions. Social media reactions are unprecedented. Fans are posting heartfelt tributes, sharing clips of Bronson's most memorable matches, and expressing fears that WWE may have lost one of its most talented performers. Every major wrestling news outlet has picked up the story, emphasizing the seriousness of the accident and the uncertainty surrounding Bronson's future. The WWE Universe is united in concern, outrage, and disbelief. Commentators on WWE broadcasts addressed the situation with heavy hearts. Corey Graves, during a SmackDown pre-show segment, struggled to find words, stating, "Ladies and gentlemen, what happened backstage tonight is devastating. Bronson Reed, a man who has given everything to this business, may be facing a career-ending injury. We ask all of you to keep him in your thoughts and prayers." The reality of the situation is sinking in. Bronson Reed, a powerhouse in WWE, a fan favorite and a locker room leader, may never return to the ring. Rumors are already circulating about potential retirement announcements, career shifts, or even long-term rehabilitation. The emotional weight of the moment has left the WWE Universe and the locker room in utter disbelief. Meanwhile, WWE management is reportedly convening emergency meetings. Legal teams, medical advisors, and creative directors are discussing next steps, both in terms of Bronson's personal care and storyline adjustments. The accident could potentially disrupt ongoing rivalries, scheduled pay-per-view matches, and major promotional plans. Rumors suggest that high-profile matchups may be delayed or rewritten entirely to accommodate this unprecedented situation. Fans are rallying, creating online campaigns to show support for Bronson Reed. Videos of his career highlights are being shared across social media platforms, with messages urging WWE to prioritize safety and care for their superstars. The overwhelming message from fans worldwide is clear: Bronson Reed is more than a performer, he is a symbol of dedication, resilience, and athletic excellence, and he deserves every measure of support during this crisis. As the news spreads, insiders indicate that other superstars are preparing to pay tribute on air. Emotional promos, heartfelt interviews, and possibly even unscripted segments may be used to honor Bronson's contributions and highlight the seriousness of the incident. WWE Creative is reportedly brainstorming ways to integrate real-life concern into storylines without exploiting the tragedy, balancing authenticity with respect. The immediate impact is undeniable. Bronson Reed's accident has dominated trending topics, headlines, and fan conversations for hours. Social media analytics suggest unprecedented engagement, with fans emotionally invested in updates on his condition and recovery prospects. The story has transcended wrestling fandom, capturing attention across mainstream media outlets and international coverage. As Part 1 concludes, one thing is crystal clear: Bronson Reed, a superstar who has electrified arenas, inspired fans, and defined modern WWE athleticism, is now facing one of the most critical challenges of his life. The WWE Universe is united in hope, concern, and heartbreak, waiting anxiously for updates on his recovery, his health, and his future in the sport he has devoted his life to. The WWE Universe is holding its collective breath as updates from the hospital reveal the gravity of Bronson Reed's condition. Medical personnel have confirmed that he is in stable condition but remains under intensive observation. The nature of his injuries is still being closely guarded, but insiders suggest that multiple fractures and potential spinal trauma could drastically impact his mobility and in-ring future. This is a devastating revelation for a performer whose career has been defined by explosive athleticism and unmatched power. Backstage at WWE, the atmosphere is tense and somber. Superstars who were once rivals or allies have put aside competition to check on Bronson Reed. Roman Reigns, always a figure of calm authority, reportedly spent hours talking to medical staff, ensuring that WWE's infrastructure was fully supporting Bronson. Charlotte Flair, visibly emotional, was seen comforting younger talent and ensuring they remained focused despite the chaos. Even Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, was spotted silently observing, his stoic presence signaling the seriousness of the situation. Seth Rollins, known for his fiery temperament and loyalty to fellow wrestlers, was among the first to speak out publicly. On social media, Rollins posted a message that resonated across the WWE Universe: Bronson, we've got your back. Everyone in this business knows the risks, but what happened tonight was beyond comprehension. Rest, recover, and come back stronger. You are not alone. Fans immediately rallied behind Rollins' message, turning it into one of the top trending topics worldwide. Hashtags like #BronsonStrong and #WWE supports Bronson flooded social media, with fans sharing clips of Bronson's most memorable matches, highlighting his resilience, strength, and unwavering dedication to WWE. The outpouring of support was overwhelming, creating a sense of unity in the wake of a potentially career-ending incident. Insiders reveal that WWE Creative is scrambling to adjust upcoming storylines and live events. Bronson Reed was scheduled to be part of major matches at the next pay-per-view, including a potential title opportunity that could have catapulted him to the top of the roster. With his current condition, WWE is reportedly considering rewriting entire segments, delaying matches, and reassigning storylines to ensure continuity while respecting the seriousness of Bronson's injuries. Backstage, tension is heightened by a mix of guilt, fear, and anger. Several wrestlers are reportedly blaming themselves for not noticing potential hazards during set preparations. Others are frustrated with production for what they believe may have been lapses in safety protocols. The locker room, a place typically filled with camaraderie, has become a hub of anxiety, whispers, and speculation. Everyone wants answers, and everyone is demanding accountability. Meanwhile, the WWE Universe continues to react with shock and heartbreak. Fans are posting tributes on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, highlighting Bronson Reed's career-defining moments, his explosive debut, his championship wins, and his most memorable high-flying maneuvers. Many fans are comparing this accident to other high-profile injuries in wrestling history, emphasizing how unpredictable and dangerous the profession can be. Live footage from arenas across the country shows fans holding signs reading "Get well soon Bronson, Bronson forever," and "WWE strong." Chants of Bronson, Bronson, Bronson reverberate through stadiums as fans demonstrate their solidarity. Social media engagement has reached unprecedented levels, with discussions about WWE safety standards, backstage conditions, and the physical toll of wrestling dominating trending topics. Commentary teams on WWE broadcasts are walking a fine line, balancing the need to acknowledge the real-life tragedy with the responsibility of keeping broadcasts professional. Michael Cole stated, "Tonight, we witnessed the reality behind the spectacle. Bronson Reed, a true powerhouse, may face the most challenging battle of his life. The WWE Universe is with him, and we ask everyone to keep him in their thoughts." Meanwhile, conspiracy theories and rumors are spreading like wildfire. Some speculate that Bronson's accident was the result of negligence or poor planning. Others suggest that the stunt he was performing was more dangerous than originally reported. While there is no confirmed evidence, these speculations have further amplified fan outrage, leading to trending topics that dominate social media feeds globally. Backstage interviews with WWE personnel indicate that everyone is shaken to their core. Even superstars who rarely show emotion are reportedly struggling with the reality of Bronson Reed's situation. AJ Lee, in a private interview, stated, "This is what we risk every time we step into that ring." Bronson has always been a powerhouse, a performer with heart, but tonight is a stark reminder of how quickly things can change. "My thoughts are with him and his family." WWE management is reportedly reviewing all safety protocols in light of the accident. Meetings with medical advisors, production staff, and talent representatives are ongoing to prevent future tragedies. While details remain confidential, insiders suggest that significant changes to backstage procedures may be imminent, emphasizing the company's commitment to performer safety. As fans continue to demand updates, WWE has promised to release official statements regarding Bronson Reed's condition, recovery timeline, and potential return. The world is watching closely, hoping for positive news, but bracing for the possibility that one of the most beloved superstars in WWE history may never step back into the ring. The emotional impact of the incident cannot be overstated. Bronson Reed, a superstar who has inspired countless fans, entertained millions, and defined modern athleticism in WWE, is now facing uncertainty. The locker room is rallying, fans are united, and social media is a storm of support and concern. For the WWE Universe, this is more than a story, it is a real-life event that underscores the risks, dedication, and sacrifices inherent in professional wrestling. The WWE Universe is grappling with the chilling possibility that Bronson Reed's career may be permanently derailed. Backstage insiders reveal that management has launched an immediate internal investigation to determine the exact cause of the accident. Every angle, every possible mishap, and every potential lapse in safety protocols is being scrutinized. Executive meetings are running late into the night, with production teams, medical advisors, and talent representatives all trying to piece together how a single backstage incident could have such catastrophic consequences. Sources close to WWE Creative confirmed that Bronson Reed was scheduled for a high-profile feud that could have redefined his career trajectory. Matches against top-tier talent like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were being planned for the next pay-per-view, with weeks of build-up and fan anticipation already in motion. The accident has thrown all plans into chaos, leaving creative scrambling to rewrite storylines without disrespecting the gravity of Bronson's condition. Backstage morale is at an all-time low. Superstars are visibly shaken, some openly expressing frustration that safety protocols might not have been stringent enough. Others are mourning privately, knowing that a beloved colleague may never return to the ring. Even wrestlers typically seen as aloof, such as Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles, have reportedly been observed visiting Bronson in the hospital, showing solidarity in the wake of the accident. Fans are reacting with a mix of horror, anger, and heartbreak. Social media platforms are flooded with messages of support, tributes, and pleas for updates on Bronson's condition. Hashtag Bronson Reed Strong, hashtag Pray for Bronson, and hashtag WWE Safety First dominate trending topics, with fans dissecting every snippet of news for clues about the extent of his injuries. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary compilations circulate widely, illustrating just how invested the WWE Universe has become in this real-life drama. Multiple sources report that WWE management is considering several measures in response to the incident. Enhanced safety protocols, stricter oversight on stunts, and potential limits on high-risk maneuvers are being discussed. The accident has not only shaken performers but also fans' trust in the company's ability to protect its talent. This could mark a significant turning point for WWE, where backstage safety may become as central to the product as the storylines themselves. In the locker room, speculation is rampant. Wrestlers are debating what could have caused the accident and whether it could have been prevented. Some point to faulty equipment or miscommunication during set construction. Others suggest that the risk was simply inherent in the complexity of the stunt Bronson was performing. Whispers of blame circulate, but no one dares to speak openly in front of cameras. The tension is thick, a reminder that professional wrestling is not just scripted drama, it's a business where real-life stakes are devastatingly high. Medical updates trickle in slowly. Doctors emphasize that while Bronson Reed is stable, recovery is expected to be long and grueling. Rehabilitation may involve months, if not years, of physical therapy, with the potential for permanent limitations. Fans are devastated at the thought that a superstar known for his explosive athleticism and high-flying maneuvers might never return to the ring. Video montages of Bronson's most iconic matches, his breathtaking aerial moves, his explosive strength, and his emotional victories circulate online, fueling both admiration and heartbreak. Meanwhile, WWE Creative is carefully navigating how to address this incident on television. There is talk of tributes, emotional promos, and unscripted moments to honor Bronson Reed while acknowledging the seriousness of the real-life situation. Some insiders suggest that the accident could even influence ongoing storylines, blurring the lines between reality and scripted narrative. This is uncharted territory for WWE, a delicate balance of respect, emotion, and storytelling. Fans are not holding back in their outrage. Questions about WWE safety, oversight, and accountability dominate online discussions. Every detail of the accident is being analyzed, with amateur sleuths dissecting arena footage, social media posts, and eyewitness accounts. Many are demanding transparency, insisting that WWE release a full report on the incident and provide assurances that future accidents will be prevented. The public scrutiny is immense, reflecting just how deeply Bronson Reed's accident has affected both the wrestling community and casual observers alike. Backstage, emotions are raw. Superstars who have faced career-ending injuries themselves are reportedly mentoring younger talent on resilience and recovery. Others are rallying to provide emotional support, visiting Bronson, sending messages to his family, and encouraging fans to flood social media with positivity. The locker room, normally a competitive environment, has united around a shared sense of concern, creating an unprecedented level of solidarity among WWE performers. The potential ramifications extend beyond Bronson Reed's personal health. WWE merchandising, promotional events, and international tours all face uncertainty. Bronson was not just a performer, he was a brand. From action figures to video game appearances and major promotional appearances, WWE must now reassess how to handle the fallout while respecting his privacy and recovery needs. The financial and creative implications are enormous. Commentators continue to navigate this delicate situation with care. Corey Graves and Michael Cole have dedicated airtime to discussing the severity of the accident, emphasizing the human aspect of professional wrestling. Corey Graves stated during a broadcast tonight, "We remember that behind every high-flying move, every championship celebration, there is a human being risking everything." Bronson Reed's accident is a sobering reminder of the dangers in this business. Our thoughts are with him and his family. Fans have been inspired to action, organizing online campaigns, fan art tributes, and hashtag movements to support Bronson. Social media engagement is at record levels, demonstrating the profound connection between WWE superstars and their fanbase. Every post, every tweet, and every comment reflects concern, empathy, and hope that Bronson will recover fully. The WWE Universe is united in anticipation of further updates. Will Bronson Reed be able to wrestle again? How will WWE adjust storylines, pay-per-view plans, and merchandise in light of this tragedy? What measures will the company implement to prevent future accidents? These questions dominate conversation threads, highlight reels, and discussion forums worldwide. As Part 3 concludes, the reality is stark. Bronson Reed, a superstar admired for his strength, athleticism, and heart, may never return to the ring. The WWE Universe, the locker room, and fans around the world are grappling with the emotional and practical implications of this accident. Support, speculation, and anticipation are at an all-time high as everyone waits for news on his recovery and the future of one of WWE's brightest stars. The WWE Universe has never witnessed anything quite like this. Bronson Reed, one of the most electrifying and beloved performers of his generation, now faces a crossroads that could redefine professional wrestling forever. As news spreads that his in-ring career may be over, fans, superstars, and executives alike are grappling with the shocking reality. The emotional impact is staggering, with discussions dominating social media, live broadcasts, and fan forums worldwide. Inside WWE, management is scrambling to navigate the immediate fallout. Legal teams are reviewing contracts, insurance policies, and potential liabilities stemming from the accident. Production crews are examining every piece of equipment, every stage setup, and every stunt protocol to determine how such a catastrophic event could occur. Creative directors are rewriting storylines, adjusting future pay-per-view cards, and brainstorming ways to honor Bronson Reed while respecting the gravity of his situation. Superstars across the roster are visibly shaken. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Charlotte Flair, AJ Lee, and even Brock Lesnar have all been spotted visiting Bronson in the hospital, offering words of support and solidarity. The atmosphere backstage is electric with emotion, pride, sorrow, frustration, and fear all colliding in a tense but unified front. Wrestlers who have faced career-threatening injuries themselves are taking younger talent aside, sharing wisdom and offering perspective on resilience, recovery, and the fragility of a wrestling career. Fans have taken to social media en masse. Hashtags like hashtag Bronson Reed Strong, hashtag Pray for Bronson, and hashtag WWE Safety First dominate global trends. Fan art, tributes, and video montages of Bronson's most memorable matches flood platforms like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Every high-flying maneuver, every championship celebration, and every crowd-pleasing moment is shared repeatedly, reminding the world why Bronson Reed was not just a wrestler but a phenomenon. Rumors are swirling about the possibility of retirement. While WWE has not confirmed any final decisions, insiders indicate that Bronson Reed himself is assessing his physical condition and future prospects. Doctors warn that even if he returns to the ring, he may be forced to limit his performance style, adapt his moveset, or avoid high-risk stunts altogether. For a performer whose career has been defined by explosive athleticism, these limitations could be devastating. The WWE Universe has responded with an outpouring of support. Fans are organizing campaigns, posting letters, creating video tributes, and flooding WWE social media with messages of encouragement. The emotional resonance of this situation extends far beyond the wrestling world. People who have never attended a live show or watched a single match are captivated by the real-life drama unfolding behind the scenes, demonstrating the universal power of Bronson Reed's story. Commentators on live broadcasts are walking a careful line, providing updates while maintaining respect for Bronson's privacy. Corey Graves, visibly emotional, stated, "Tonight, we are reminded that behind every wrestling spectacle, there is a human being risking everything. Bronson Reed's accident is a sobering reminder of the dangers of this business. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family." Backstage, the emotional toll continues to mount. Superstars are visibly shaken, with some unable to participate in scheduled segments due to grief or anxiety. Creative directors are adjusting promos and storylines in real time, balancing the need to honor Bronson Reed with the need to maintain the continuity of WWE programming. The atmosphere is thick with tension, emotion, and an unprecedented sense of vulnerability. Meanwhile, WWE officials are reviewing safety protocols at every level. Production staff are receiving retraining, equipment is being inspected and upgraded, and stunt coordinators are revising standard operating procedures. The goal is clear: ensure that no other superstar suffers a similar fate. Behind the scenes, discussions are already underway to create permanent policy changes, marking a potential turning point in WWE history regarding talent safety. Fans have become a driving force in the aftermath, demanding transparency and accountability. Questions about equipment safety, backstage procedures, and supervision have dominated forums and comment sections. Every update on Bronson's condition is dissected, shared, and discussed, demonstrating the depth of investment from the WWE Universe. For many, this is more than a wrestling incident, it is a test of the company's integrity and commitment to its talent. Hospital updates continue to trickle in. Doctors report that Bronson Reed is stable but faces months of rehabilitation. Physical therapy will be essential, and full recovery is not guaranteed. The uncertainty surrounding his ability to perform again in the ring has fans and colleagues alike on edge. Social media posts urging patience, support, and prayers dominate, with thousands of fans flooding the digital space with messages of hope and encouragement. The long-term implications are profound. Bronson Reed's potential retirement could reshape WWE storylines, title pictures, and future pay-per-view events. Matches that were planned around his explosive style must now be reworked. Younger talent who were inspired by Bronson must adjust their goals and career trajectories. And fans, who had invested emotionally in his rise, are left grappling with the reality that one of the most dynamic performers of their generation may no longer compete. Backstage interviews reveal a locker room united in grief, concern, and determination. Superstars are rallying to support Bronson Reed in every way possible, from hospital visits to emotional support for his family. Even those known for their competitive nature are setting aside personal ambitions to prioritize care, solidarity, and empathy. This unprecedented unity underscores the profound impact Bronson has had not only as a performer but as a human being within the WWE ecosystem. As Part 4 concludes, the story is far from over. The WWE Universe remains glued to every update, every tweet, and every snippet of information regarding Bronson Reed's condition. The locker room continues to show solidarity, WWE management is navigating uncharted territory, and fans worldwide are uniting in support of a superstar who may never wrestle again. The impact of this tragedy is undeniable. Emotionally, professionally, and culturally, Bronson Reed's accident has left a permanent mark on WWE history. While hope persists, the reality is sobering. The man who once electrified arenas, inspired millions, and defined modern wrestling athleticism now faces uncertainty, physical struggle, and the possibility of a career that may never reach its previous heights. The WWE Universe waits, prays, and holds its collective breath, hoping that Bronson Reed can overcome this catastrophic setback.